because we're leaving with the train tomorrow to go back to Oslo. And I don't know how well you can hear me because I have to whisper because everyone else is asleep in the house. So this is going to be a silent back with me kind of video. I did check the sound and I figured out I did not need to be that close to the mic. But anyways, I am just now trying to reorganize everything because we have way too much stuff. We already had too much stuff going here and we have almost double the amount going back. Today is Monday, January 6th. We were supposed to leave for Oslo on Saturday, but because of the weather, all the trains were cancelled. So now we're going back tomorrow, which is Tuesday, and the train leaves about at 15 o'clock. So, come on. So, we do have one large suitcase, one small suitcase, one large backpack and one small backpack. We're trying to fit everything in. So we've already filled this small suitcase with stuff, with random items that's not clothing, and yeah, just fill that up with that. And then we are using our large suitcase to fill up with our clothes. And then we're back in the small backpack to have all the stuff we're going to use on the train. So for example, our chargers, headphones, our MacBook, iPad, everything is going into that small backpack. Also food and drinks. And then the large backpack is just for everything else that we don't fit in the three other options. So I'm already exhausted because I know this is going to be tough. So right now I am just removing the packaging of everything because stuff like this takes up so much space. So every Christmas present we've gotten, we've kind of went over them and tried to see if we needed the packaging or not. So this is from these bed sheets. So these bed sheets came in this bag and I'm just folding it back the way they were folded but without the cardboard. And I feel like it's going to take up a lot less space. And also, when we get home, we don't have as much garbage to get rid of. Because I hate that when you pack up your stuff and there's just boxes and plastic and everything. So now I don't have to deal with that. This is so much harder than I thought it would be. But I'm seeing already that it's taking up a lot less space. So this bag was about this long with the bedsheet in it, and we are saving up all that space, and it's lighter as well. So this is going to be so nice. I'm so happy I did that. It is so funny to me because we're trying to pack lightly when we go travel, and I always overpack like everyone do. For example, this jacket that I traveled in when we went here, it takes up almost half the suitcase. I feel like that's kind of exaggerating, but you know what I mean. It takes up so much space. But I'm refusing to travel in it when I go back home because it was hell on earth. Because it was too hot. It was flimsy. It only had one button and it's like this snap button. So every time I was doing something, carrying something, the jacket was just like falling off and I was just getting irritated. So now I'm traveling back in my perfect jacket with a zip and pockets and everything. So this one is going in the bag. Good morning, guys. It's today we travel from Narvik to Oslo again. It's January 7th and the clock is almost 9 in the morning. We have just been with my mom and delivered my nephews in kindergarten, so we got to say goodbye to them, and we also met my sister there, so I got to say goodbye and see you again to everyone. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really tired because it's early and we got to bed kind of late yesterday. But I am excited for the journey we have ahead. So now we're just going to eat some breakfast and then we're going to pack down the last stuff, like our toiletries and everything that we haven't packed yet. Hello everybody, we are now on the train. Hold up. Okay, we are now on the train and trying out the two mics. I hope they work. We are in this kind of box where you are allowed to have pets on, but there are no one else in here for now, which is great. And Fanan is going to watch a movie, and we are going to decide what movie he's going to watch. So what are your options?
Pulp Fiction, or Deadwood the movie, or Horizon, an American saga. That sounded so lame.
Maybe start with Pulp Fiction. So,
the other ones are Western movies. So
yeah.
Maybe I watch one Western movie and then
Oh, that's smart.
Fiction and then
yeah.
another Western.
Yeah. I downloaded like one movie and 2 documentaries and a series and everything. A little bit of ASMR. Yeah.
So which movie? Vote in the chat, guys.
The short Western movie, not the long one. Okay?
Okay.
So he has downloaded one Western movie one movie that's 3 hours long, and I feel like we need to save that one for when we're getting really tired of sitting on the train. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. And we'll check in on you guys a little bit later. Okay, I have to wait till this train leaves. Okay, there. We have just arrived in Boden and we are switching trains over to this train, which is taking us to Härnösand. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but we're going there, and from there we're taking a bus that's going 50 minutes until Sundsvall, and from Sundsvall we're taking a train to Stockholm, and from Stockholm we take a train to Oslo. So we have a bit of a journey ahead, but I am very pleased with the seats we've gotten in this train. So I think it's going to be alright, and we also finished the longest ride of our journey. So I'm very happy about that. So now we are just outside and we are taking Cira for a little walk because our train is not leaving until in some minutes. So we are just stretching our legs, getting some fresh air, and yeah. We just made it onto the train and we are sitting beside each other, and it's kind of bad lighting right now because the train is standing still with the power off. But we have our own tables and some hooks to hang stuff, and we have some stuff on the overhead bin and some space for Cira in the middle. We always bring her blanket so she can sit in between us, so we don't have to have her on our lap like we had on the last train. So that's going to be very nice. So now we're just going to download some more things to watch and get ready. We have just gotten off our train for our bus journey. The weird thing about it is that the train we were sitting on is going to the exact same location that we are going. We just have to switch 2 times for some reason, because our trains got rebooked by the train company. So now we are standing in the middle of nowhere in a weird town for over an hour, and it's 4 a.m. and it's snowing a lot, and we have our suitcases and our dog, and I don't think anything's open. Okay, so I feel like I explained it kind of bad, but let's just rewind. We are taking the train all the way to Stockholm. Or originally we were only taking train going to Stockholm, but when we had to rebook our journey, we had to get a random assigned journey. So now we are in a place called Härnösand or something like that. I've never heard about it. It's about an hour outside of Sundsvall, and we are here at 4 a.m. and our bus is leaving at 5 a.m. and then we are in Sundsvall at 5:50, and from there we are taking a train to Stockholm. But the weird thing is that the train we just got off right here, that train is going to Sundsvall and Stockholm. So maybe it's because the trains were fully booked, but in our cart that we were sitting in, there were only 2 other people and plenty of room. So I don't know if it's just an error or if it actually is fully booked from here on. It is possible that there are so many people coming onto the train going forward, but it kind of sucks for us to have to change trains so much when we originally didn't have to, if you know what I mean. But I guess it's okay. We have found the place where our bus is leaving, and the waiting room actually opens in about 20 minutes. So then we can go inside and wait for the last 30 minutes. So that's kind of nice. But there is a roof here, and it's not very cold outside, so it could be a lot worse. It could be windy and no roof and freezing cold. So overall, I'm kind of happy. We just made it onto the bus. We have Cira on our lap. So the bus driver told us that he was behind a few snowplowers going here, so he couldn't promise us that we would reach our train. So that's going to be exciting. If we don't reach it, we just have to rebook and get another train, I guess. But I'm crossing my fingers. Okay, we made it to the train station with a lot of time. We even arrived 5 minutes before we were supposed to arrive with the bus. So I'm very happy about that. So now we're just waiting for our train from Sundsvall to Stockholm. Right now we are standing inside the train station in Stockholm. Our train is leaving in about 20-30 minutes. So we're just standing inside because it was kind of cold. And also on the train we took now, it was freezing cold for the last hours. So I just got the chills. But yeah, we're standing inside, keeping ourselves warm and praying that the next train is hot.
out of the subway, and there's a lot of snow and ice, so this suitcase is so heavy to drag around. We are now in an elevator. We made it. We made it. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. And it was a struggle to get all of our things up the hill, but I took this as an exercise, so positive vibes.